Hello guys and welcome to the first C# tutorial. Today I'm going to teach you a bit about data types and variables. So let's get straight into the video and start with creating a new project. And as you can see here in Visual Studio, you have the choice between a lot of different types of applications. For now we're going to do a console application, and later in the series we're going to cover Windows Forms application. So you select the console application, and over here you can give it a name. For now I'm going to call it YouTube tutorial. And when you're done giving it a name and the location where it will be saved, you're going to click OK and your project will be created. This will take a few seconds. As you can see, it's creating. And over here we got our project. There's a few default things in here, like using system.collections.generic. These are all namespaces which are used for your project. These are some functions in here which you can use, which will be explained later. So over here we got our class called program. Well, this is basically the main class, and we got the YouTube tutorial namespace. We can also call this class different, whatever we want. Because this is called main, we can't call this main. So we can call this application, for example, and it'll all be fine. This is our main void, and this is everything in here will run on startup of your program. So let's get into the variables. So variables is basically a box which can contain information depending on the data type you choose for the variable. So for example, the first variable we're gonna do is a char, or a character, which is basically just one character. So if we do the data type first, which is always has to be, then the name of the variable. So for now I'm gonna call it character. You can call this whatever you want, as long as it's not a keyword like for example static, void, string, char. It has to be something that's not a keyword. This. Then you're gonna press the equals sign, which will tell the program that you're gonna declare it. And for a character you need to do single quotes, and between it you're gonna do the character, which in this case is C. So this is a character data type, and it's pretty easy to create. As you can see, you always close off with a semicolon. And yeah, let's show you a string. A string is basically multiple characters put together into a text. You can declare string as this way, or you can do it this way. So I prefer to do it this way. So string, and we're gonna call it text equals, and you can do this. You have to do this between double quotes. I'm pretty sure you can do this between singles. No. In some programming languages it is possible, but not in C#. So between the double quotes you're gonna do, for example, hello world. So this will give no errors, unlike when you type hello world here, for example, you're gonna get an error. And if you hover over it, it shows represents a character as a UTF-16 code unit. Too many characters in a character literal. So that means we have too many characters and we need only one. So another data type is an int, or an integer, which is a number. So we're gonna call this variable number, and we're gonna give it the value of 9, which creates as a variable with the data type integer called number and a value of 9. There are lots of more data types, but I'm gonna cover one more right now, or two more. One is a double, which is basically a integer, but it can have decimals. So it can be like 9.5, which will not work on an integer. Look, it returns an error. But if we do a double, and we're going to call it number 2 equals 9.5, it works. Then there's one final data type, which is called a bool, or a boolean, as it's usually called. A bool will return true or false. Basically, it's just true or false. In this case, we'll just do it true. So yeah, these are some basic data types. We covered a character, which is basically just one character. We covered a string, which is basically a text or multiple characters put together. We covered an integer, which is a number. We covered a double, which is a number with decimals. And we covered a boolean, which is a true or false value. In the next episode, we're gonna cover how to get this into the console application we made. So I want to thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, press the like button, and I'll see you in the next video.